Hello everyone and welcome back to our online learnings, and in this video we are going to study the future continuous, and this lesson is on your blueprint book, which is the unit 3. I want to get in shape. This lesson, if you open your books to page 41, you can see a table of the grammatical lesson. So for the first session, we will learn those grammar points. As you see, these grammar points is very short in your books. So in this video, what we are going to do, right? So here are some of the things that you will learn from this video in the first sessions. Um, you are going to see some examples using future continuous, and there are some situations to get the idea of what future continuous is about. In that example, you can also see the form of the future continuous. However, we will look at the form of the future continuous in a detail in the second agenda of our video today. In the third point, we are going to look at the usage of the future continuous. When we will use future continuous and in what situations that we use future continuous. Last but not least, there will be a short practice exercise for you to familiar with the new grammar point that you learned from the videos today. So without any further ado, I would like all of you to look at this example. So in this example, as you can see, there is a conversation. This conversation will help you understand the future continuous in a much better way. So as you can see on the slide here, there are a picture of two people. We have Rachel and Andrew. So let's read what they are talking about. So Richard say, would you like to come to our party tomorrow, Andrew? And Andrew respond, thanks for the invitation, but I've got lot of work at the moment. I'll be working all day tomorrow. You won't be working on Saturday evening, surely? Come on, Andrew, take a break. We'll be starting at about 10 o'clock. When you read this conversation with me, as you can see, there are words, they are written in bold, and these are the words that they use future continuous. So the form of future continuous in this situation is will be plus verb ing, which is the future continuous. So there will be two different usage. We will look at these, but now let's look at the context in this conversation. So the first one, I'll be working all day tomorrow, which used to indicate this action happens tomorrow, which is the nature of future form. However, be workings, which mean future continuous, and we will look at the usage of why they use it. What are the difference between will work and will be workings? So all of these are the usage of, are the example of the future continuous that used in these conversations. So to get another clear picture, let's look at some more examples. So you will be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. So will be waiting is the future continuous. Will you be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight? Which is also the future continuous in the question form. And you will not be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight, which is the future continuous in the negative form. So as you can see here, we use will be doing some things to talk about future, but in terms of the form of future continuous, we can also use be going to plus be verb ing in order to talk about future continuous as well. So here are the example. You are going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight, which has the same meanings. Are you going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight? Or you are not going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight, which has again the same or similar meanings to the word will. So what you need to remember is that it is possible to use either will or be going to create the future continuous sentence. Okay? Now let's look at the form of the future continuous. So we have the affirmative form, which is the positive form of future continuous. So we use subject plus will plus be plus verb ing. So will be doing something. So in the negative form, the same, we don't need to use a helping verb or any other modal verb because we already have the verb will here. So we just put the word not in the middle of the word will and be. So it becomes will not be doing. And again, because will is a modal verb, one of the modal verb, when we use it with third person singular, for example, he, she, or it, we don't need to add s or es to the main verb at all. So in terms of the questions, again, we just invert the word will and subjects, so it becomes the question form. Will she be doing something? Okay, which is the question form of future continuous. So now you get a better idea of the example and the form of future continuous. It is a time for you to look at the usage of this tense. So when we use future continuous, there are two cases that you can use. So the first one here, we use a future continuous to talk about the future action happening at a specific times. Compared to future simple, we just use the word will. It will rain, it will be hot, something like that. So with future simple, we used to talk about something related to our predictions about the future. But for future continuous, we are sure about those actions, and it is clear that in a specific time in the future, those action is happening in that time in the future. So let's look at the example here. I'll be out at 3 o'clock. I'll be playing golf. So it's, as you can see in this situation, at 3 o'clock, which is the specific time in the future. And in that specific time, which is at 3 o'clock, the action is I will be playing golf. So at that time, I may be in the middle of those actions. And look at the other example. What will we be doing in 10 years time? I wonder. So in the next 10 years, okay, what will we be doing? Which means in the next 10 years, the future time, in that time, you are doing something at that time, which is in the future. So this is the first usage. Let's move on to the second one. So you can also use future continuous to talk about action lasting for a while. So look at the example. We will be studying online for 3 months. Just for example. So for 3 months here refer to the durations from now up until the future. And in that specific period of time, we will be studying, which means we are doing those activities in the future for a period of time, which is three months. Another example, she won't be working on Saturday. So the specific time is on Saturday and it's lasting for a while on Saturday here. So she won't be working, which is the negative form. Last but not least, we also have the question form here. Will you be studying on Sunday? Alright, now everyone, we have study some of the form of the future continuous and also look at the usage, it's time to practice some of the exercise in order to be familiar with those topics. But before we move on to the exercise, again, let's recap the usage of the future perfect continuous. We use future continuous to talk about future action happening at a specific time in the future, and also for future action which is lasting for a while. Now let's look at some of the practice exercise. So here is a type of conversation. But before you do this type of exercise, what you need to do is to read the instructions. So here are the instructions. You need to read the instruction clearly to get the idea of what you are supposed to do. So to complete the conversation, put in a pronoun or the future continuous form of the verb. Alright, you already learned the form of the future continuous already. Now let's put it into practice. So we have Danielle and Vicky. I'm going to go into business when I leave college. 5 years from now, I'll be running a big company. I expect, I will be earning a lot of money. Vicky said, I don't know what I will be doing. What about you, Natasha? What you will be doing, do you think? Natasha said, I'm too lazy to do any work. I intend to marry someone very rich. I will be giving dinner party all the time. We'll have a cook who will be doing all the work, of course, and you'll both get invitations. You are joking, aren't you, Natasha? I expect you will be playing in an orchestra. That is what you really want to do, isn't it? Alright everyone, as you read along this conversation, those people, they have their future plans, their imagination, and they think the exact time in the future, what action and what activity they will be doing, in their imaginations. So these are the basic concept of future continuous. So this one is very short practice exercise, but if you need more practice in order to improve your English grammatical skill, you need to open your workbooks in order to practice more of the lesson, or you can download some free book. I don't know whether you can download it or not, but this one is called Grammar in Use, which specifically designed for the intermediate learner. So in this book, there are a lot of useful information along the way with some more practice to improve your grammatical skill. So everyone, that's it for our first video sessions. We will see each other again in the next one. So goodbye.